High in the Andes, wreathed in mist, lies a city of stone that held its silence for 400 years. A city built for an empire, yet seemingly erased from its memory. A breathtaking secret guarded by jagged peaks and impenetrable jungle. This is an echo from a world that has vanished, a story that never made it into the history books of its conquerors. Welcome back to Echoes of Time. Today, our journey takes us through the mists of history, ascending the towering peaks of Peru to a citadel in the clouds. Prepare to explore the profound enigma of Machu Picchu, the legendary Ayuco. For over a century, a single haunting question has echoed through its empty plazas and silent temples. Why was this architectural marvel built? And, more mysteriously, why was it so suddenly abandoned, its existence vanishing from human knowledge for nearly 4 centuries? The stones here are rich with clues, but definitive answers remain as elusive as the morning fog that clings to these sacred mountains.
Our story begins in the mid-15th century, a golden era for the Inca Empire. Around the year 1450, the great Inca emperor Pachacuti, a ruler whose name meant "he who remakes the world," ordered the construction of a city unlike any other. Perched at a dizzying altitude of nearly 8,000 feet above sea level, this settlement was a masterpiece of engineering and vision. The Incas were master stonemasons, and here they reached the zenith of their craft. Gigantic blocks of granite were quarried, shaped, and fitted together with such astonishing precision that not even a knife blade can be slipped between them. And they achieved all of this without the aid of mortar to bind the stones, without the use of wheels to transport them, and without any iron tools to carve them. The city is a stunning testament to the ingenuity and sheer willpower of the Inca civilization, a perfect harmony of human creation and the dramatic natural landscape. Yet, for all its magnificence, the city's life was fleeting. Just a century after its founding, as the Spanish conquistadors began their brutal conquest of the Inca Empire far below, Machu Picchu was left to the jungle. It was deserted, its inhabitants gone, its purpose seemingly forgotten. It was so completely abandoned that it was never found by the Spanish. It doesn't appear in their detailed records or chronicles, a ghost on the map of their new world. For almost 400 years, it lay dormant, a silent, ghost-like city, slowly being reclaimed by nature, its existence known only to a few local communities living in the valleys below. Its secrets were safe, sleeping under a blanket of green.
Then, in 1911, the American explorer and academic Hiram Bingham was led up the treacherous mountain slopes by a local farmer. What he saw as the jungle was peeled back defied belief. A sprawling, nearly intact city of temples, palaces, and homes, a time capsule from a lost world. The rediscovery of Machu Picchu sent shockwaves through the world and ignited a mystery that continues to puzzle historians and archaeologists to this day. Why go to such extraordinary lengths to build a city in such an inaccessible location, only to have it abandoned and forgotten? The search for that answer begins by exploring the theories whispered by its perfectly crafted stone walls. One of the most compelling theories casts Machu Picchu as a lavish royal estate, a secluded mountain retreat for the Emperor Pachacuti and his court. Imagine the Sapa Inca, the divine king, wishing to escape the political pressures and urban sprawl of the bustling capital, Cusco. Here, high above the world, he could govern, relax, and perform ceremonies surrounded by unparalleled beauty and grandeur. The fine stonework, the elegant buildings, and the terraced gardens capable of feeding a small population all point to a site of immense importance, fit for royalty. It would have been a place of splendor and respite, its residents the elite of the Inca world, nobles, priests,
and their retainers. This theory paints a picture of a vibrant, exclusive community living in a palace in the sky. Yet, if it were so important to the emperor, why was it deserted when the empire needed its leaders most during the chaos of the Spanish invasion? The silent stones offer no easy answer. This leads us to another, more spiritual interpretation. Could Machu Picchu have been, first and foremost, a sacred religious sanctuary? The Incas were deeply connected to their environment. They worshipped the sun god, Inti, as their primary deity, and believed that powerful spirits, known as apus, resided in the surrounding mountain peaks. The very location of Machu Picchu, nestled in a saddle between two towering peaks and overlooking the sacred Urubamba River, is no accident. It is a place of immense spiritual power. From this perspective, the city was not a mere retreat, but a pilgrimage site, a cosmic center where the realms of the earth, the sky, and the underworld converged. The temples, the ceremonial platforms, and the carefully carved ritual stones suggest a place dedicated to worship and communion with the gods. It could have been a place where priests tracked the movements of the sun, moon, and stars, and where the empire's most sacred rites were performed, far from the eyes of the common people. This theory transforms the city from a royal playground into a grand open-air cathedral built to honor the most powerful forces in the Inca universe. Furthering this idea of cosmic connection is a third fascinating possibility: that Machu Picchu was a sophisticated celestial observatory. The Incas were master astronomers, their agricultural and religious calendars dictated by the precise movements of the heavens. Many of the structures within the city exhibit incredible astronomical alignments. The famous Intihuatana stone, a granite pillar carved from the bedrock, is perfectly positioned to mark the two equinoxes, when the sun is directly over the equator and day and night are of equal length. At midday on these dates, the sun stands almost directly above the pillar, casting no shadow. The Temple of the Sun, with its unique curved wall, features a window that perfectly frames the rising sun on the June solstice, the most important day in the Inca calendar. Was this the city's primary function? A high-altitude laboratory where Inca priests and astronomers could chart the solstices, predict eclipses, and maintain the cosmic balance upon which the entire empire depended? This theory presents the Incas not just as great builders, but as brilliant scientists whose knowledge of the cosmos was physically encoded into the very layout of their most sacred city. For over a century, archaeologists have sifted through the evidence, meticulously mapping the stones and analyzing the few artifacts left behind. They study the skeletal remains to understand the population, the pottery shards to trace trade routes, and the pollen counts to reconstruct the ancient environment. Each new discovery adds a piece to the puzzle, but the complete picture remains tantalizingly out of reach. The theories of a royal estate, a religious sanctuary, and an astronomical observatory are not mutually exclusive. It's highly probable that Machu Picchu was all of these things at once, a multifaceted jewel of the Inca Empire, a place where politics, religion, and science were inextricably linked, reflecting the holistic worldview of its creators. The city was left to the jungle, its story interrupted, its purpose becoming a whisper on the wind. It stands today as a silent, ghost-like monument to a civilization's magnificent achievements and its tragic downfall. The stones of Machu Picchu whisper many tales of imperial power, cosmic worship, and scientific genius. But its ultimate secret, the full story of its life and death, remains guarded by the mountains. It is an echo of humanity's great history, a reminder that Even the most powerful empires can vanish, leaving behind mysteries that challenge us to look deeper into the dust of centuries. As we gaze upon this impossible city, we are left to wonder, how many other stories, how many other wonders still lie hidden, waiting to be rediscovered?